CVA's AccuraSeries, Agara barrels for guaranteed accuracy, nitride for guaranteed rust proofing, and a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
This segment is being sponsored by Capital Sportsman.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Pictures of the Week are being brought to you by Flowers Deer. Oh, they are already stacked up.
They are.
Now, this weekend we'll have them out the gate, down the road, and all that.
They will. You've seen some of the pictures.
Yeah, it's one of those deals where you take a number, we'll see you in a few. That's
right.
going to be right. All right, they're
That's
located
right.
4550 Eatons Creek Road. Go by there and tell Mike and Deborah Flowers and Jim and Mark and Anna and Hope that we all said hello from Southern Woods and Waters. And you got pictures.
I do. On our first picture here tonight, this is 13-year-old Shane Hay, and this is his first archery deer. And he got this just a few days ago.
13 years old?
13 years old. Got his first one, been hunting since he was 8.
With a bow?
Yeah, first one with a bow. I got it with a crossbow there. And so it was his first one with archery equipment, so he was real excited to get that deer, and his dad sent that over to us just a couple days ago.
Awesome job,
So,
there, young man.
Here next week, this young man
is
had
one
a
of my
picture.
buddies.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is Trevor Choate.
Yep.
And, he had sent a picture of a nice fish in a couple weeks ago, I guess.
Weeks ago.
And here he is with another one. So
Well, Jimmy keeps us up to date on all
yeah,
that.
he does. And I think we might need to go do a little catfishing, it looks like, if they keep it up.
That's dinner fare right there, bro.
That's right. And then my last picture here, this is Donald Taylor. And he sent this into us via Facebook this past week. This is a nice buck that he got
And I
this
remember
past
what
weekend.
he said. He said, got one down.
He said, got one down. That's right. So congratulations to Donald on that. And just be sure to, if you will, just send your pictures over to us. You can send them here to Southern Woods and Waters at 474 James Robertson Parkway. But better yet, just send it over to our Facebook page or over to Instagram, either one, and we'll get it on the show just as quick as we can. So
make sure Brandon's around, because I can't pull them off.
you don't know how to save them, but I'll get them for you.
Hey, I got to give a big shout out. I have been in Clarksville, Tennessee all week learning a new trade. And but I have to give a big shout out to Austin Whipple from Memphis, Alan Baker from Nashville, CJ Moten Jr. from Memphis, Kyle Pryor from Hermitage. I got Mo Brown from Clarksville, Tennessee, and Josh Bemis from Murfreesboro. Those are my classmates, and we're going to be graduating class tomorrow, so we're looking forward to that.
All wrapped up.
All smiles, brother, all smiles. But, hey, ladies and gentlemen, we got two fine young guests on here tonight, and one of them's kin to you.
Well, one of them is kin to me. Right here to my left, I have my little girl, Emery. And she's 6 years old this year. This will be her first year to actually be hunting herself. She's hunted with me since she was about three and a half years old.
Now that's a face right there that can melt a buck right down.
Yeah, she just stops them right in place.
She just looks at them, they just melt.
We've had a big time hunting together, and she's gotten pretty darn good with a turkey call. This past year she actually helped me call one in. And then over here on the end, we got
hunting buddy.
Got our good little buddy over here, Deacon Blair.
Deacon Blair.
And he just like us, he hunts, fishes, whatever he can do in the outdoor all the time. But
that's DB Slowfall Jr. right there.
That's right. And this is Dayton Blair's son. A lot of people they know who Dayton is.
I don't think he wanted you to say
this
that.
is well. I'm sorry, Deacon. I apologize, buddy. No.
He's a great.
But we wanted to get them on tonight because we've had a couple. More experienced here earlier that have shot a couple deer and things like that. And now I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure about Deacon, but I know this will be Emery's first year hunting. And have you ever gotten a deer yet, Deacon? Or
I think 5 or 6 I killed a spike.
you did?
That's right, he did.
Well, that's great.
He got a spike.
That's great.
So this will be like his, but you didn't really hunt last year, so you got this is going to be your second season really to get out there and do. And are you excited about it, Deacon?
Yes, sir.
He's ready to go.
He is.
Now I got to say something. Deacon helped this whole summer putting out trail cameras and all that, and I know Miss Emery did the very same thing for you.
Yeah, she has. She goes out with me a lot of times on the weekend just to knock around on the farm, ride around on the four-wheeler,
Well, I got to ask her now, Emery, Last week, when you, or 2 weeks ago when you were here joining us, what'd you tell me about bucks?
Well, all you have to do if you need to be super quiet to get one, so they won't even hear you.
That's right.
That's right.
She also told me, I don't know if you heard her, but she's sitting over there in that rocker, and I said, what do you think, Emery? She said, you need to know anything about deer hunting or bucks, you just asked me. And I said, okay. So,
She'll
I
let
mean,
you
she
know.
loves it. She loves
She
it.
does. I don't know what it is. I guess just coming up behind me, you know, watching me do it. To be honest, I never really pushed her that hard to do it.
I think she pushes you.
Yes, she does sometimes. I mean, she just wanted to go, and you know, I took her a few times, and after that, she would start asking to go. And then this past season, there was a couple mornings that I got up to go hunting that she was literally standing in the living room waiting on me, getting ready to go. So I mean, yeah, she's just taken to it, and you know, she enjoys the time out there with me, and of course, I love it with her even more. So.
Well, now Deacon over there, I got to tell you, he's been fired up. He and I are going to Mississippi in coming up in December. We're going hog hunting. We're going to bring Southern Woods and Waters a big hog.
Bring home some bacon.
We're going to bring home enough bacon to feed everybody for a while.
We like bacon.
And you know, it's great to have kids though that are excited about going hunting.
It is.
And Deacon, now everybody knows your daddy's a fisherman.
He's a pretty
Right?
good fisherman himself too.
I heard you pretty good too. Are you going to talk?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you a good fisherman, Deacon?
Yeah.
I figured. You say more than one.
What are they biting on right now? Don't look
A
at your
hook?
daddy. He'll get
A
mad if you
hook?
tell
I know his
everybody.
daddy's one saying a hook. Topwater.
A top water?
Yeah. Yeah. What do you throw on topwater?
Spinner bait.
Yeah, well, you can roll them on that. What about a buzzbait?
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes a
Buzzbait.
buzzbait. He does. He does. Emery, you like to fish? Mm-hmm. What's your biggest fish you ever caught?
Like the one that I got in first.
Yeah. Her first fish she ever caught really was her biggest fish.
How big was it?
Not huge. I'd say maybe a 2-pound largemouth.
Oh, yeah.
It was a good first fish. she got good on the first
Let me
one.
tell you something. I've been in tournaments many a time. I wished I had one.
Yeah. She started out right there pretty high up, and we've caught a lot of fish since, but that's probably her
All
biggest.
right, Deacon, I got to ask you, what's your biggest fish, brother? Quit looking at your daddy and tell me. Was it a bass or a catfish?
Does it have to be like what kind of fish?
Yeah, just tell us.
Probably a catfish.
Catfish, I figured it out.
Yes, sir.
He's a good cat fisherman, everybody. Let me ask you two something. Emery, you got a lot of classmates, right? Mm-hmm. What would you tell them about hunting and fishing?
I go tell them about like that I shoot at that target right in the orange dot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Well,
did.
what would you tell them? Would you tell them that you love it so much you like to invite them? Mm-hmm. And if they had like, oh, I just want to touch a fish, what would you tell them?
Well, you need to tell them to like you need to be really gentle. So
That's right. You gotta
Gentle?
be gentle with them with their mouth and everything, don't you?
Hold their lips.
Get them back in the water real easy.
Show me how you put the finger in your lip. Deacon, what about you, brother? You got all kinds of classmates you go to school with. You ever talk to them into hunting and fishing with you?
Sometimes, not all the time.
But you know, a lot of kids y'all's age are on the video games and everything, and you might, I know you do a little bit, Deacon, but would you give it up if you could just hunt and fish all the time?
Yes, sir.
And I figured you might. What about you, Miss Emery?
like
You'd rather go hunting than you would play video games, wouldn't you?
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, and kids. I hope you get the understanding that there's so many youngsters out here that really love the outdoors.
They do, and it's not about success. It's not about where you go. I mean, it's just about
Well,
being
let
out
me
there
ask you
with them.
something, Daddy. Would you trade the bond that you have with your daughter right now?
No, not for anything.
Not for anything.
And again, it's
And
not,
that bond,
you
would
know,
you say it's multiplied because y'all hunt and fish together?
Yeah, it has. I mean, the time that we get sitting in a blind together, or sitting on a pond bank together, whatever it is, and you can't replace that.
I mean, even just picking ticks off somebody. You know? I mean,
We've done a little bit of that.
Everybody doesn't understand. I mean, there's a bond there.
It is.
It's something that can never. I can remember today, my grandfather taking me when I was 4 years old, and I beat him perch jerking one time out of a tree. And he stopped counting at 141 that I caught. I'll never forget that as long as I live. And I think he choked back. I think he's slinging his off just so I catch him. But that's a memory that will live with me till they put me under.
Yeah, and
and I will never forget that.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of days, like you say, those successful days, and me and her have had them. We've had a lot more unsuccessful days when it comes to hunting, but we love every minute of it.
I've had my granddaughter Shelby wanted me to shoot a jake. The only jake I've ever shot in my life, Brandon, but she said, I called it, you killed it.
I was there with this one this past spring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what, we got to do our product of the week for next. So let's go do it right now. It's being brought to you by Caney Fork Outdoors. Hey, they still got sales going on.
They do. They've got a lot of good things going on with different.
Boy, they were rocking out last weekend.
They had a big turnout, and they, a lot of kayaks are still up there. You can go,
and they're
go
running
get a good deal on them right now.
They're running specials on them.
So get them now. Be ready for the spring.
Donaldson Shopping Plaza. They're right behind Uncle Bud's, right across the little parking lot from Uncle Bud's.
Yeah.
Is Caney Fork Nashville office, and then of course Silver Point, Tennessee. Like you're going to Center Hill Dam. That's the big one, the Big Rock.
Right there at the Big Rock Market.
Right there.
Just look for the Big Rock.
And ask for a bologna sandwich from Southern Woods and Waters.
That's right, brother. That's right.
What you got for us?
All right, what I got this week, we got some of these newer, these are from our friends over at CVA, which through BPI, they're all together here, but these are Power Belt bullets. And I brought a couple different kinds to kind of just talk about them just a little bit. This here is called the Aerolite bullet, and they developed this bullet to be particularly used for up to 100 grains of powder. So it's for a lower charge powder. It's not a Magnum gun. It's it's for just your regular charge gun.
Well, now this is 250 grains. It's 50 grains less than that one.
It is. And now this here, what I've got, this is a 300 grain, and this is their Platinum series, and this bullet is specifically designed for a Magnum charge gun. So they're just kind of showing there's a couple different options out there. So whenever you're deciding the load that you're going to use and the gun you're going to use, kind of pick your bullet accordingly to that also.
Well, can we talk about that for just a second? Here's what I think. If I were hunting fields with my muzzleloader, I think I'd go with a little flatter shooting trajectory. I'd go with the 250 grain.
That's right.
But if I'm going to hunt the white oaks and the red oaks and the acorn crops, I think I'm going to go with a 300 grain.
Vine buster.
I'm going to get me one that'll go through a limb and keep on going.
That's right. Yeah.
So
they have a couple other different bullets out that are kind of specifically designed, but these are two of my favorites here. So I
have to say, I believe CVA muzzleloaders are bringing us out of the 20th century and bringing us into the 21st. So if you get an opportunity, check out CVA. And hey, you better be watching our Facebook, because we're going to give away a CVA Wolf 50 caliber muzzleloader in December, the week before Christmas. We're going to make somebody's year.
We are. Somebody's going to be real happy.
Somebody's year is going to be nice.
Yeah, because there's going to be some other things to go with it. And I tell you, I've been shooting my CVA quite a bit this past week. And man, they're a pleasure to shoot.
They're fun. Hey, we got to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have two new guests on here for you. One of them happens to be a little kin to me, I keep saying. So hurry back to more Southern Woods and Waters.